Hello neighbors, it's Brad here from Etrailer, and today I'm with Nick the Hitch Guy from Pull Wright. And today we're taking a look at a fifth wheel option. Now there's tons of fifth wheels out there on the market, especially with the OEM prep packages on trucks. So lots of different options, but you guys have a really cool product here, and it's a little bit more unique than typical fifth wheels. Why is that, and what is this?
Yeah, we sure do. The OEX line is what we call this. It's a factory mounted fifth wheel hitch. So it's made for a fifth wheel prep package. So Ford, Chevy, Ram, all the big three we have products for. What makes it unique is it's highly adjustable. You can either have it with a ball and coupler connection or a standard hitch plate connection and choose which one you want. And then you can choose whether you put it directly over the axle or you can offset things back to with this product. So it makes it a product that works in a short bed truck.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that's something, even with the short beds being OEM prep, it'll do the job, but yeah, once you start making turns, all of a sudden you're looking out for cab clearance. And you know, having offset products is great, but that's one more thing, whereas this, you can get this out the gate and have that offset.
Absolutely, because it's puck mounted. It's designed to fit into the fifth wheel prep package. So your mounting posts, you just rotate them 90 degrees. They pull right out of the base of that hitch, and now we can just drag the hitch to the tailgate and easily lift it out. This is only like a 75-pound base, so it's easy to get in and out.
Well, and that's huge too, because fifth wheels, some of them, the weight of them is pretty rough. And I make the joke, call your chiropractor when you want to take it out, because they are heavy. So unless you have, you know, a lifting hoist or, you know, a front loader or something, forklift to get it out, it's not a one-man job. So when you're going from a normal, you know, fifth wheel application to using your truck as a truck, that's where that weight really comes into play. So having something lightweight but yet heavy duty is huge. Now, typical fifth wheel, you have, you know, the kingpin's going to go into the head. Why would someone want to go with a design like this?
Yeah, so of course with the OEX, you can choose whether you use that standard hitch plate or the ball and funnel. With the additional offset also comes the ease of hooking up. This adapter gets put on your trailer's kingpin box. So now when you hook up, all you have to do is put the ball somewhere over that funnel as you're backing the truck in, lowering the jacks down, and it hooks up. So it allows for a lot easier hooking up between the truck and the trailer.
Yeah, well, and I know a lot of people out there that tow with their fifth wheels, they think they're professionals, but no matter the camera or whatever, you know, with your a couple inch variances, sometimes you're having to hop back in and adjust it, and that's really nice. I mean, you have such a huge target spot, and it's going to draw it in. Now, as far as latching this up, how does that mechanism work?
Yeah, so, you know, a good point about hooking up, when you're at an angle, if you're not directly straight on with your truck and trailer, that's where this product really shines, because you can come in at any angle as long as that ball is around that funnel. So once you're hooked up, it does come with a remote latch handle that can operate from the driver's side tailgate. Reach in and you twist that and it latches. Disconnecting would be just pulling it out and twisting it and then lifting the front of the trailer up.
Now, accounting for different heights of, you know, different trailer truck combinations, how does one adjust the height on this?
Yeah, so we have 4 set bolts, 2 in the front and 1 on each side. And then there's a cross pin. Once we loosen up those set bolts, we can pull the cross pin, and this can go up 1 setting or down 1 setting, which is a 1-inch increment.
And that's really nice too, because out of the gate, when we set up fifth wheels for people, we just kind of put it in the standard, and to adjust it, a lot of times you're unbolting large portions. All the bolts are here, and I would assume you can kind of unpin this, get it to the height you want, get it dialed in, and then torque it down. And there's no guess and test per se. You can really get it fine-tuned right out the gate.
Exactly. It's really simple to set it up right the first time.
Now, looking at the latches that go into the OEM prep, your guys' is a little bit different. Normally they're kind of these thick, I guess, kind of rectangle-like things. And
Yep.
I've found that variances with powder coat or just you know, manufacturing, sometimes those bind up and they're a little bit tight. Some are sloppy. Your guys' design is a little bit unique. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so when we were designing these, our focus was making something that was easy to come in and out and that also had a nice tight connection to the chassis. So when you're putting the install, or when you're installing this, there's some little brass colored washers that get put in the cab side that the post goes right down through. So it allows us to have a nice tight connection between the truck and the fifth wheel hitch. Also with the adjustable plates, it allows these to pass through nice and easily. So really the difference in design is all about removability and a tighter connection to the chassis. Also, if you look, these are really easily adjustable so that we can make this a nice tight connection right down to that frame.
Beautiful. Well, and that's something too, is a lot of the fifth wheels that are OEM prep style, those locks will stay in place. And that means those tabs on the bottom, you have 4 of them. And so getting this out of a truck, it's really tough to do without scratching a bed liner or the paint.
Yeah, or even setting it in there. I mean, even at 75 pounds, you're going to be holding it and setting it down. Trying to line up those 4 posts that you can't really see, that's difficult. We make it to where you can just see the hole, line the hole up with the hole in the chassis, and everything passes through perfectly.
Well, and just, you know, seeing what you guys have done with this fifth wheel, they've done their homework. They've checked off a lot of the stuff that is normally problems for people with fifth wheels and solved them. So a lot of ingenuity that goes into it. And plus, again, that lightweight is something that's highly underrated until you're in a situation picking up a heavy one. So definitely well thought out. So we talked about the funnel style, but as you mentioned, it is available in a kind of a standard fifth wheel configuration as well, correct?
Absolutely. The only difference is with this, we get the 4 inches of offset plus some adjustability on the adapter. So this is a little more short bed friendly. The one with the standard hitch plate can only be centered over axle, or you can do the 4 inches of offset, but you don't get quite as much clearance as you would with this.
Makes sense. Now, a lot of times with lightweight, it's, you know, they use different materials or whatever it may be, and sometimes there's concessions with that, so you lose a little bit of weight capacity, and that's not the case here?
No, it's the 25,000 pound capacity fifth wheel hitch, so a really high capacity for that lifting weight. It's the highest capacity for that type of lifting weight. The way we're able to do so is through SAE J2638 testing, where we cycle test this product to really fatigue test it, so we can take enough material out of it to be light enough, but still be strong enough to tow that heavy trailer.
And we've talked about lightweight. How heavy is this?
This particular model is 75 pounds. Our heaviest one for the Ram that's equipped with that hitch plate is 115 pounds.
Okay.
So they do vary a little bit, but they're all relatively easy to come in and out.
It's probably one of the lightest ones out on the market, isn't it?
For a factory mounted fifth wheel hitch, it is.
That's huge. So we saw the funnel style. I think that's really cool. It's definitely something that I would recommend to any of those short bed trucks out there. And I like new and different, but also you have a traditional style fifth wheel head as well.
We certainly do. Some people just like using a traditional type fifth wheel hitch plate. We want to have both offerings. We know that we have the best latch out there in the industry, so that's why we want to offer it with the OEX as well.
So as far as that latch, what separates it from other ones out there?
So most latches are either going to be like a slide bar or a clamp that's going to clamp around the pin. All of those require a secondary lock to be put through the handle. Otherwise you'll end up, could dump the trailer pretty easily. With the Pull Wright system, it's a latch that wraps 140 degrees around the pin, and it creates a nice secure connection and allows for a lot less chucking than what you would get with, you know, a lesser expensive slide bar type jaw.
So as you mentioned, a lot of those fifth wheels, you have to lock the handle in place, and that's not the case here. How does this work, and how is it different from other ones?
Well, because the way that jaw is designed to wrap around the backside of the kingpin and creates a connection that bridges across the opening. The handle is also equipped with a wedge on the bottom side of it that makes it a self-locking product. So you're not putting that secondary pin through it. Nothing else to remember.
Sweet. So, and once that latches, I mean, it's spring-loaded. You'll know pretty quick that it's in place. It's not going to come undone.
Yep, it's a very notable sound when this product hooks up. It's a very loud clasp as it's hooking onto the kingpin.
But that's a feel-good security noise. I like that.
It absolutely is when you're hooking up to your fifth wheel coach.
Excellent. Nick, thank you very much for taking the time to kind of break down your fifth wheel hitch from Pull Wright. Awesome product, lots of cool innovation in it. So thanks for being here. And
It's my pleasure. My pleasure today.
Well, and with all of these, if you're interested in the Pull Wright, this is definitely something that I'm excited to see because it does have some unique features that you don't see on other fifth wheels. And with anything, you want to make sure it's going to fit your truck, especially with the OEM prep package. So use our fit guide to make sure you're putting your vehicle information in to find the proper fifth wheel hitch for your truck. Thanks for watching.